Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I am going to be teaching you how to create this sunset eye look. If you could actually look at my window right now, it is absolutely pouring here in London, so I thought why not brighten up the day by creating something fun. I am going to be using two of my favourite eyeshadow palettes. One is by Be Perfect Cosmetics called the Carnival palette. This is by Stacey Marie and it's got so many beautiful shades of colour in it. And then another one is Me, Myself and Mama Mitchell palette. It actually is Mama Mitchell, I'm not just doing that. And then you have those pretty colours as well. So I'm going to be using two different palettes for this look and using a variety of colours. I've got my brushes at hand, so with that going, let's get on with it. So I'm going to be starting with the Stacey Marie palette and using this gorgeous Shuffle shade, which is like a burnt yellowy orange colour. I'm just going to go and grab a fluffy brush. This is a very good palette. It's so pigmented and there is hardly any fallout once you tap it on the palette. So I've got some on my brush. I always like to arch my brow to get that good definition. So I'm going to go quite high to the brow bone. And then I'm just going to do circular motions. These are very, very nice to work with. They're so blendable. I just really love working with this palette. This was my first, not my first palette, but this is my first palette that I fell in love with. I've created my own MAC ones before. I have used drugstore ones, high street shops, and high-end products that cost so much money. And to be honest with you, these two, like this one especially, is just amazing. I'm sure it's something silly like 30 quid for the whole thing, and again with the same with the Mama Mitchell palette. But yeah, I always have a look on Be Perfect Cosmetics because they're always doing deals and sales, and I think you could have got the first one for like 24 quid. Now in comparison to like a MAC eyeshadow which costs you like £10, you get 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, you get about 24 shades, which is brilliant. So next up, I'm going to be going in with another fluffy brush, and I'm going to be using with this gorgeous bright neon colour called Lit. So again, I'm just going to pack that on the brush. Again, lift it, and I'm going to go ahead and place that like in between / underneath that burnt yellow colour. Sorry about that noise. So again, just gonna do circular motions. I find with the reason why I always say circular motions, I find that it makes it blend easier rather than just go swiping and you're kind of like swiping away the product. I like to blend with the circular motions like so. And I will be going back and forth in between the colours. So if you find that, oh, the orange is too overpowering or the yellow's not enough, so something like that, it's quite a quick, easy eye. Right, next one, I'm going to be going in with a Peaches and Cream brush, and I'm going to go in with the colour Mad. It's like a pinky red. I always find reds come out pink on the eye anyway. So I'm just going to make this a bit more defined, this look. And then I will go in with a nicer pink just to finish it off. So again, just blending in like so. You can always drop obviously your eyebrow down just to see what it would look like without. And then I'm just going to go back in with that yellow to start with, the Shuffle colour, right, and bring that back to life a little bit like so. For the pink, I'm going to get like a small tip brush, and I'm going to go in with the colour Wifey, this nice gorgeous pink. So as I say, like, I know some people go, oh, I don't need a palette with loads of colours in, but they come in so handy. I know obviously I'm doing not even a crazy eye, but a colourful sunset eye, but you don't know when you need that little pop of colour, whether you're doing a smoky eye, a plain eye, just an everyday look, just that little bit of colour. You don't have to go like heavy on it. You can just blend, like go straight in and then blend it out so it's a nice soft pink or any really colour. So anyway, getting back to this eyeshadow look. So as you can tell with my eyes closed, I do want to raise that pink just a tiny bit higher. So I'm going to go in and circle motions, bring that into the inner corner, the pink, and then I'm going to bring that back round onto the outer corner. like so. And then again, just go back and forth if you're not happy with any of the colours. Just go back and forth to really, really blend them in. I'm just going back with them oranges and that lit colour just to blend that all together, because you don't want just yellow, orange, pink. You want it to just be like an ombre effect. Even though they are the colours that you're using, you want it to really, really blend. Like so. So I'm just going to go back in and get that inner corner. So when we do the cut crease, it blends in. Now don't worry if you haven't done a cut crease before. When I say cut crease, I mean something like this, so it's more defined. It is pretty simple and you just got to practice, practice, practice. So let's go in and show you how to do that. I'm just going to get a flat-headed brush. I'm going to get in some concealer. So as you all know, I love the Collection Lasting Perfection concealer. And so I'm just going to grab that, and it is such a creamy concealer. So I'm not going to use the actual brush. I'm just going to pop some onto my flat-headed brush like so. And then again, I always tilt up my head and look down so I can get the whole view of the eye. And I'm just going to start in this inner corner like so. And you want to create an oval shape. So what I always like to do, because sometimes if you just go like, for example, like this, and you close your eye, you're not going to see it. So what I like to do is work slowly with it. So I just like to bring it up, and then I just like to follow what you could see. So just like that. I know it looks a bit weird and crazy right now, but believe me, it works. And don't worry so much about the mess and stuff that you're going to create, because it all blends in lovely. So I'm just going to pop some concealer onto the lid, follow that around like so, and then just tap that on until you get your desired look. Like you can go the whole way across with this look, you can just do the inner corner. For me, I've kind of gone halfway and blended it all out. I'm just going to take this a little bit further, and then I'm just going to pack that product on. I find this makes it a little bit sticky and tacky, so once you do apply them eyeshadows, it really, really helps them to stay on rather than creasing. And if you don't know what I mean by creasing, if you put an eyeshadow on and you find like you look down, you look up kind of thing, and you find that it's transferred, this is what we don't want. So as you can tell, that is all patted in nicely. Don't worry so much if it's not a crisp thingy. A crisp line. And then I'm just going to bring that out, so don't worry too much about the end, because I'm going to blend it. So what I'm going to do is go back in with that really nice pink shade, which was called Wifey, and I'm going to start by doing the outer corner and just slightly bringing that in, and this I'm kind of like tapping on to get that real vibrant va-va-voom. Again, I'm just going to bring that a tiny bit more in. I don't know why my hand's like a claw, but it is. Something like that. Then I'm going to go in with that lit colour, which was that really nice bright orange. And then just going to pack that on second. I love working with these colours because you can get such a lovely ombre effect. And I don't like to do it dead straight. I always like to do it on an angle. So it's, what I mean is I'm not doing like plastering on straight, I'm going that kind of shape. And then what I'm going to do is gently blend them together like so. Perfect. So for the first colour that I used for the brow bone was Shuffle, but I want it to be a little bit brighter, so I'm going to go in with a different yellow, which is from the Mitchell palette called Manchester. So it's a bit brighter. We just want to make that pop more. So again, I'm gonna tap that on. They are so nice, these shades. Like the pigment is crazy, and for the price, you can't go wrong. So yeah, Be Perfect Cosmetics is where I bought these from. And they don't just do these shades, they do, these brands, they do loads of different makeups. And if you ask any makeup artist, they know exactly what you're talking about when you say these two palettes. And they also feel free to follow their Instagrams and everything, and they've got some really good tips and tricks on how to or what looks to do, so that's where I go to. But then I always come on here to show you how I like to apply them. So obviously stick with me. So what I'm going to do is just blend that over with the yellow. So we're looking something like that. Now what I like to do, I love to go in with my peaches and cream pigments. So this one, I've not gone in with a glitter primer or anything. I'm literally just going to pop a bit of rattlesnake. Let's try and show you, which is like an, I don't know if that's coming up clearly or not. I'll come a bit closer. So this shade in the pot, it looks a bit green. It is quite green. However, I don't want it to be green, so that's why I've gone in with my yellow base, eyeshadow base first, and then I'm going to put this on. But if you did want that kind of greeny look, or if you're doing a green look, you don't have to apply that shadow. You can just put this straight onto the concealer that you carved out. I'm just going to tap that on to give it a nice glow, like so. But their pigments are so nice. They're based in Liverpool, but again, you can check them out online. And they do like really good delivery times and stuff. I'm not sure at the minute how they're coping with deliveries, but they're really nice. And what I'm gonna do is just bring that slightly over to the orange, so it's not just like cut off. Like so. So while that's setting in, I'm gonna go and do my underneath. So I'm gonna go back in with the colour Shuffle that we used on the brow bone. I'm just gonna bring that underneath. I've got a bit of fallout of the glitter, but not to worry. Now, if you would have looked at any of my other videos, I always like to do my eyes first. For the simple reason that I don't ever want any fallout or dropout to come onto the eye. Onto the face, especially if you've just done all your makeup. So I've done that. I'm going to go then in with that orange again. I'm going to go in the lip one, not the mad one. And then just go, I don't want to go as like low as the yellow. Just something like that. And then I'm going to go in with that smaller brush with that pink wifey. And then I'm just going to make that bold. Now we have done that, I'm just going to get my finger and blend that up into the middle. And then you can play around with it until like you're really happy with it, but I'm happy with that. So what I'm going to go and do now off camera, I'm going to go and apply my mascara and my lashes. And just like that, the other eye is done. If you like this video, please leave me some comments and feedback. That'd be really appreciated. Or if you want to know any other products that I used on my brows, my face, pop them down below and I'm happy to answer all your questions. And don't forget to be subscribed to my channel and make sure you have your alerts on so you'll be notified every time I release a new video. Thanks guys.